budget besties, welcome back to Mrs. F's Finances. My name is Molly, and my family and I are currently on a budgeting as well as debt payoff journey, and I appreciate you tuning in to another video. So in this video, we're going to be going over paycheck number 4 for the month, and let's see how we did. All right, so we are going to start out with our April expense tracker to see where every dollar went. We had several, and I mean several, eating out trips. We started out with a balance of $114.06. In my last video, I had said that we ended at $54.06, but I had only put that money aside. I never really took the cash out, and I just left it in the account. So that's why I put it back to the $114.06. And then I got paid, and then we moved from our cash wallet over to the bank to be able to pay for the car registration for the other 2 cars. And so we made that deposit. We had 2 instances of going to get groceries, as well as 2 instances of gas. And then our unplanned, our Google came out for a subscription for data and photos. And then we got a oil change in my car since I am starting my job this next week, and I will be driving about 3 hours each way. We wanted to make sure that my car was in tip-top shape, and so we did go ahead and get an oil change that we had not planned on. We did pay towards both credit cards, and we are counting the car registration as a bill. And then we put $400 towards rent for the next payday to make sure that everything was caught there. And then $300 towards my daughter's summer school. We did find out that the total cost was not $350 like I thought it was. It is actually $575. So one of the classes was more expensive than I thought. So we did go ahead and put money towards that, as we're going to hopefully be enrolling her. Enrollment starts on May 1st and it goes through the 22nd. So we're hoping by my paycheck on May 9th that we should have that full $575. And then there is a discrepancy between my numbers and the bank account of $1.61. So that rollover amount is $287.14. You can see that there. All right, so now that we have all of our money set aside, income $1938.22, eating out came out to $70.21, groceries $21.10, bills $359.24, and that was for registering both vehicles, debt $349.95, unplanned $88.97, rollover of $287.14, and gas for $60. So even though I had set it aside $60, it just came out at different times. All right. So now that we have that, let's go over to our paycheck tracker for pay number 4. I'm going to zoom you in a little bit further so that way you can see. All right. So my pay came out to $1,557.16. That rollover was $114.06. And then the cash savings was $267. And that brings us to a total of $1,938.22. So we did have the DMV, and that was budgeted at 0, and we spent $359.24. And then the teeth we did not pay because it's going to be coming out on the 1st. So this section is $359.24, leaving us $1,578.98. We're going to bring that down to the next section here, $1,578.08. So for groceries, we spent $21.10. Eating out was $70.21. Gas was $60. And unplanned came out to $88.97. So this section adds up to $240.28, leaving us $1,300. $3.38 and 70 cents. Now I am so proud of us that we did not go over on our groceries. We spent considerably less. With that being said, we did spend $20 more in eating out, and gas we had planned $75, but we used $60 from the last paycheck. Unplanned was a little bit more, but that was because, again, we didn't take into consideration I should probably get an oil change. So we're gonna move up here to the next section, rolling over again, $1,338 and 70 cents. We did not put anything towards the dogs or tags this month. So $1,338 and 70 cents. We put $174.95 to credit card number 1 and $175 even. So this section is $349.95, leaving us with $988.75. And the reason why we didn't end up paying off these 2 credit cards is because the amount of my daughter's schooling, I thought that we would have a little bit more time to get that money in, and it is due up front. And I thought we would be able to pay it out over the summer. That's not the case. So we did not pay off either of the credit cards, and honestly, I'm okay with that. It is what it is. We still were able to pay something over what is the bare minimum, and I'm gonna call that a win. So we're gonna move down here to this next section, and that is $988.75. We did put $400 to the rent for next paycheck. Our rollover is $287.14. We had a discrepancy of $161, and my daughter's summer school was $300 that we set aside. So for this section, that does equal out to $988.75, leaving us with a zero-based budget. So for the rollover, what we are looking at is I'm going to be buying groceries this week for the next week, and whatever is left over from that will be going towards paying for gas for next week. Monday I do have off because in Alabama it is a state holiday, and so I will only be working Tuesday through Friday next week. So 4 days, and the distance between my home and my new job, it'll take roughly $27 a day for gas. I'm hoping it doesn't take that much. I'm hoping more like $20 a day for gas. And there may be an instance where I have to kick into one of these credit cards to hold us over, but I'm hoping that that's not the case. So this is already spoken for, unfortunately. All right, now with that being said, the $165 for groceries, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I have created, as part of my new shop, a weekly meal planner and grocery list, and it is laminated, and what we can do is we can write on this in Sharpie, and to erase it you just use an alcohol swab and it takes it right off. So this is one of 3 that I have and will be selling on my site. So there's one that has food all around, and one that is plain, and then one that just has food at the top. I did leave off the day of the week and any numbers, and that way you can fill that out yourselves if you want to purchase these once my shop is open. And so we are going to use this week in hopes that I can plan groceries for the week. I have a cheat sheet here of what we're going to be doing. All right, so this is going to be Saturday the 26th, Sunday the 27th, and we get it paid again on Friday. So Saturday we are doing hamburgers in the smoker. Sunday we're gonna do chili dogs. Monday we're gonna do tacos. Tuesday it's gonna be hamburger helper. Wednesday is orange chicken. Thursday is fajitas, and Friday is fend for yourself. It's probably going to be some sort of pasta dish if it were up to me. Or leftovers. All right. So we currently have 4 packs of chicken, 8 packs of hamburger, 1 pack of hamburger patty, and 1 pack of hot dogs. So we have the patties, buns, cheese slices, mayo, ketchup, and mustard, onions, and I think that is it. So for that meal, we have the patty, so that's taken care of. We have the buns, we have the mayo and the mustard. So we need onions, cheese slices, and ketchup. Chili dogs, we have the chili, we have the hot dogs, we have the buns, we have cheese, and we're gonna have an onion there. So it looks like we don't need anything for that meal. Tacos, let's mark off that. Hot dogs, we have meat, cheese, we need tortillas, sour cream. I apologize if you hear my beagle in the background snoring. Again, we're gonna have onions. For some reason, my husband loves onions on his tacos. I think that, oh, seasoning. Oops, I put that on the wrong one. All right, so that brings us into the next meal. We need the hamburger helper, we need milk. I think that's it. All right, and then for the orange chicken, we just need, and my family likes jambalaya rice with it instead of white rice. So we need orange chicken. And we just get the frozen orange chicken and my family seems to love it. So, and then rice. And then for the fajitas, we need tortillas again. So I'm gonna do ×2. And then we already have the chicken. We need fajita seasoning, peppers. We have the onion, we have the cheese, we have the chicken. Okay, and leftovers covered pasta dish. We have noodles, but we need spaghetti sauce. And then we have the shredded cheese. All right, so those are the meal. Let's write down everything else that we need. So we are going to be using 1 of the packs of chicken and, oh, we're gonna do meat here too. Hamburger meat and the chili. So 1, 2, 3 out of the 8, so that leaves us 5. Oh wait, no, that'll be 4 because that will be the pasta dish potentially. So we're going to be down to 4 packs of hamburgers at the end of the week. So now I know how much we need or don't need. So again, I'm just going to wipe this off. I'm making a mess out of this. So let's look at what else we need this week. My husband loves to snack on sunflower seeds. I need lunches for work. I'm just probably gonna get something out of the frozen section that I can just heat up really quick. Water, apple ×2 because my husband takes 1 to work and I will probably take 1 to work. And then Dr. Pepper, 0, Fresca, and Sprite Chill, 0. My husband and I are both diabetics, and so we get the 0 carb drinks. I'm gonna go ahead and get 2 spaghetti sauces just in case we decide to mix this up a little bit. We always like to have that on hand. We need some more cereal, and then goldfish, granola bars to snack on, oranges to snack on. My husband likes to also snack on those Star Crunch Little Debbie's, and oh, banana nut muffins for breakfast on the road. And I think that is it. So I'm hoping with this grocery list that everything will come under $165. That's the goal. So I will update you guys to let you know what it comes out to. But this is my little grocery cheat sheet that I have and will hopefully be selling soon. All right, my budget besties, that wraps up paycheck number 4. Thank you for watching and hanging out with me today. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like and comment and subscribe. And that way we can keep crushing these money goals together. Until next time, keep budgeting, keep believing, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.